Hey, welcome to my video again. This is vlog number 44. Man, really not good with these numbers. I think it's 44. Anyway, ignore it if it's not. Should be in the title. Today I'm still walking from last video. Still same day, same walk, different video. Today I want to talk about, or I want to tell you about our 2004 Honda Pilot that just crossed over 300,000 miles. This thing is a beast. It just keeps going like that Duracell. What is that? A bunny? Remember that commercial? I don't know if they still have that commercial. I haven't watched TV in like ages. Anyway, this car, this Honda Pilot, we got it back. Oh, when was this? 2010. Must have been 2010. I got it at an auction. I believe I paid $3,700 for it. It had some damage on the front. No, it had it had a little bit of damage on the front fender and the hood. And I believe it hit something with the wheel, with the front wheel. So there was some suspension damage. And it leaned onto something, so it like didn't flip, but it fell on its side and it leaned onto a tree or something, because there was a dent in the roof, but it didn't lean all the way down on the side, so there was no damage on the side of the car. So I got that at the auction. I think it was an insurance auto auction. I don't believe it was from Copart. I took it to a friend of mine that does auto body, and I had him fix it because I didn't want to. I had nowhere to fix it. We lived in an apartment at that time. So, and we needed the car right away because the car we had before that was tiny, and we had a fourth child born, so we were outgrowing our car. So we needed this car really fast. So I decided to just hire somebody and do the work. So they fixed all that stuff up. Oh, before we took it to the body shop. At the auction, I went to pick it up. And I got to the auction and they pulled it out for me with a big forklift, dragged it out of the yard to the front outside the gate, gave me the keys and said see ya. So the car wouldn't start. I tried to start it, it wouldn't start. The battery died from us trying so many times. Well, it wouldn't crank in the first place. I don't know what that was. With me, I accidentally pulled out the headphones out of the phone. Anyway, so the battery died. I went to the store and bought a brand new battery, brought it to the car, hooked it up, Tried to crank it. It didn't want to crank at first. And then we tried it again. And it went, it cranked, and it started making a banging noise. And that was scary. And then basically what happened was, that I found out later, is because the car was on its side, some water and oil got into the cylinders, and when I tried cranking it, it tried to basically squeeze the water and the oil inside the cylinder. I was forcing it, and it ended up breaking one of the pistons. So before I took it to the body shop, I had a tow truck bring it to my apartment complex. We rented one of those little storage garages, and I stuffed it into it. And then over the next couple of days, I took the engine apart, took the piston out. Remember, this is the very first time I ever worked on the engine that deeply. I've never taken the engine apart that much. So I took it apart, took the piston out, or the parts of it, put a new one in there, followed all the rules, you know, how I'm supposed to put it back together. I have my father-in-law and my brother-in-law, they're mechanics, so they kind of told me what I need to do. So I put it back together, start it right up, and it's been working ever since. This was when the car had 95,000 miles on it. Then I took it to the body shop, they fixed it for me, and we've been driving it ever since. Now it's over 300,000 miles. The engine is completely dry, no leaks anywhere. The only thing that, a side effect that it has from the work that I did on it, was that when the piston broke, it scraped the side of the cylinder, and so there's this scratch in it. And because of that, the car loses oil periodically. I have to check oil levels every so often, once a month or so, every time I remember it. And probably every 3 months or so I have to top it off a little bit. I do regular oil changes on it probably twice a year. And then also it loses coolant very slowly as well, probably the same amount as the oil. I'm not sure how that gets lost. There's no leaks, so it's not leaking anywhere, but I'm just writing it off to the fact that I probably didn't do something right in the engine, and so there's some tiny gap somewhere that a little bit of coolant and a little bit of oil gets into the cylinders and gets burnt up. So other than that, I do regular oil changes, I do regular coolant topping off, air filter changes, and that's it. There's nothing else, no other maintenance I do on this thing. I mean, other than obviously brakes and stuff. And this engine's just working forever. I won't be surprised if it does another 100,000 without any problems. Other things on this car do break, like our heater doesn't work in the back for the back seats. Something died in there. The switch for going from hot to cold doesn't work good. Like, you have to switch it all the way to the left to make it go cold, and then if you turn it to the right a little bit to make it warm, it just full blast hot. It just turns out hot, full blast, and there's no in between. It's either AC, 100% AC, or 100% heater. So there's like things like that. The windshield wiper, you can't have it on a timer. Same thing, you have to either turn it on or turn it off. There's another mode in between that does it like a couple of times and then stops, waits, and then does it again. But it doesn't work for some reason. And then sometimes, just out of the blue, we'll be driving or hit a bump or something, and the wipers will come on with just one time. Weird stuff like that. But other than that, the car is just working perfectly. And that's what I mean. Like, I keep telling people that if you maintain your car, and if it's a good car in the beginning, you just maintain it, and it'll drive for a long, long time. A friend of my daughter's mentioned last week that, or my daughter mentioned that a friend of hers said that they had a car that blew up on her. The engine just shattered or whatever because there was no oil in the engine. Like, that kind of stuff just makes me sad. People just don't know that they need to check oil, or they don't know that they just need to do basic maintenance, and their car will just last forever. And if you don't, then you lose a huge investment, big money down the toilet. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and leave me a comment. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.